It's Themistode, FightHype.com here with Keyshawn Davis. What's going on, brother?
So, man, the businessman in the building.
All right, that's what we like to hear, man. Just kind of wanted to, jump right into stuff, man. Because I saw you on social media talking about a few stuff. Do you feel like your resume is being a little bit disrespected overall? I mean, you only have 7 fights, but you have been able to like step up your level of competition in each fight. But do you feel like you're getting a little disrespected now?
Disrespect, nah. Uh, I feel like when the people compare me to the other prospects, they always just put me in the mix for one. You know what I'm saying? And, I feel like every time they put me in the mix, they know that they always just keeping me relevant, so they know that I'm here to stay for one. So I feel like they be putting respect on me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at the end of the day, they be trying to build fights. At the end of the day,
Gotcha.
the fans they don't really be they don't really be knowing. You know what I'm saying? They just see what they see, and they just try to build fights.
Gotcha. Now, gotta ask, man, like where all this beef came from with you and Floyd Schofield, man. Like, where the hell that came from, bro?
Yeah. Of course it's just boxing. You feel me? Ain't real no beef, but he been calling me out for some months now. You know what I'm saying? Like the little dude been calling me out, and this little dude he can fight, but like I said, the fans be hyping things up. This little dude lost my little brother about 2-3 times in the amateurs. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So like I tweeted the other day, like it's levels. This kid looks good, okay, but so what? Like so what? He looks good. So I guess they carrying this prospect thing for me a little bit too much because I'm a prospect, yes, but this is like a different type of prospect right here.
Well, I mean, fair enough. You did win. I mean, you won Prospect of the Year in a lot of places. Also on
Yeah.
BoxingScene.com, I voted for you, by the way. Um, so yeah, just wanted to know, just had to point that out. But wanted to know because Devin was talking about Floyd as well, and Devin was just like, Floyd is a sorry fighter. Dude better keep my name out his mouth. Do you kind of, I know you said dude he could fight, but do you kind of look at him the same way Devin does? Like you don't think he's all that? He might be a little bit overblown at the moment.
Yeah, yes, I do think that. I think Oscar De La Hoya is definitely going to keep him away, for from real fights for sure. Because Oscar De La Hoya most likely sees that he got some developing to do. So he's definitely overhyped. And he's overhyped. I'm just put it like that. He's definitely overhyped.
But is that really a criticism or is that just like pretty normal, man? Because he's really young in his career. He has to develop, man. Like, so is that really criticism or is that just like, it's normal?
Um, that's really a good question for real. I wouldn't really say normal because I mean I wouldn't if somebody would say I'm overhyped, I wouldn't take that like as normal. You know what I'm saying? I would take that personally. So I mean, nowadays it kind of is normal though because like I said, the fans always just trying to create something, creating their own narratives. You know, so nowadays it's kind of normal for real. But it's boxing, no boxing. The boxers, no boxers. You know what I'm saying? So we just be knowing. We be knowing.
Fair enough, man. Would you say that at this stage in your career, and it's the last time we'll talk about him real quick, is that a relatively easy fight for you, man?
Bro, I would not kid Austin ass out, bro. Like,
Okay.
bro, about rounds, bro. Like, for real, like he's going 10 rounds, but he's not really a 10 round fighter. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, not he's not getting put in there. Like my last opponent was way better than his opponent, and he did 10 rounds, and I did 8 rounds. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So he's really not no real 10 round fighter yet. I still look at him like a 6 round fighter. The reason why Devin Haney was saying I don't take no tune up fights because he's just not he's not all the way there yet. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of giving him a chance by promoting something, but he not ready. He not ready.
I know I also saw on your social media, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, one of those days, and you was just like, like you want to fight anybody, doesn't really matter if it like jeopardizes your record or anything like that. So like pretty much you don't really want any soft touches. Why is that when yeah, you had a great amateur career, silver medalist, but you only have 7 pro fights? Like why does it seem like you want to hit the accelerator button on your career so quick, man?
I'm with that shit. Like I'm trying this year. I want to show the boxing where I'm with all the bullshit.
Mhm.
respectfully, and I'm with all the bullshit. Last year, the narrative was, oh, he's a great prospect this, prospect that. This year, fuck all that. Fuck all that prospect stuff. I'm about to be a contender, and I'm kicking anybody ass that's in my way on a contender level. Straight like that.
Okay, fair enough, man. Well, can we expect to see you on the Shakur card? I believe it's April 1st or April 8th, one of those days.
Man, y'all know every time Shakur fight, man, y'all know what time it is. They didn't tell me nothing yet, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough. So I guess you're hoping that you will get the invite to be on that card, pretty much.
Yeah, it's still early, it's all in April, so I expect to be up there.
Okay. So, have to kind of talk a little bit about there was some talks that it seems like, a fight between you and Jermaine Ortiz could be happening. Maybe not in April, but kind of discussed for maybe like later this year, maybe sometime next year, something like that. Any truth to that? And you smiling. So there's gotta be there's gotta be a little truth to it, man.
I mean, I feel like in terms of that fight, it's bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, yeah, we supposed to be fighting this year. It's gonna happen, but that fight is just bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Like he's ranked, I'm ranked. We both in the same stable. And who else is he gonna fight? Who else I'm gonna fight? You know what I'm saying? So expect to see that fight this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell him that's my next opponent coming up. You know what I'm saying? So just expect to see that fight this year. Another person I would love to fight, Jeremiah Nakatili. That's the fight that I want.
Mm.
I want Jeremiah Nakatili. He only lost to Shakur Stevenson, a reasonable loss. His last fight, he beat the hell out of Burchell. Tell Jeremiah Nakatili what's up. I'm with the bullshit. Tell Nakatili what's up. I want to fight you, bro.
What do you think about Nakatili?
That's gonna be a hell of a fight.
It would be. So what are your thoughts on him? Because I remember Shakur beat him like pretty much every round. He probably like lost like one round or something like that. But I remember Shakur saying specifically like that when Nakatili actually landed a punch, he was like, "Yo, he hit so hard." So
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that, man?
yeah. And I feel like he's even more dangerous now because he moved up to 135. He's most likely feeling way better at that weight, way stronger at that weight, way more confident at that weight. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I want that fight. Because after I fuck him up, then it's gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts of, oh, Keyshawn, world title this, world title that. You know what I'm saying? So after I stop Jeremiah Nakatili sometime this year, yeah, that's what it is.
If you had to choose, who's the better fighter between Nakatalia, or how do you say his name? I would pronounce it wrong, and Jermaine Ortiz. Obviously, Nakatalia probably hits harder, but who do you think is like the better overall fighter?
Skillfully. Ooh, skillfully. Uh, skillfully. I don't know. They skills probably really on the same level. I both give them like a 7 off
Mm.
just pure skills. Just skills. I give both of them like a 7. Like they both solid. You know what I'm saying? They're not great with their skills. Like we all know they're not great with their skills, but they're solid. I 7.
Well, wait a minute. Let me push back a little bit. Because I know you saw Ortiz's fight against Lomachenko. So how did you think he looked in that fight, man?
He looked great. I feel like he looked like a standout. Like he looked like a person that can be at 135 and make some noise. You know what I'm saying? But we talking just skills. Like he was super. He also looked like see a female fighting Lomachenko. What I mean by that is the size difference was crazy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's probably easier for him to slow Lomachenko down.
Mm.
But skillfully, like I said, he's still solid. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna go in there and just beat him up. He's
Mhm.
solid.
Did you think that he did enough to get that win? I know he was really adamant after the fact that he won. Do you think he did just enough, or nah, you gave it to Loma?
Uh, Nah, when you beat Lomachenko, you gotta beat him rounds after rounds after rounds. Like you gotta really make it clear, like Tiafimo. That wasn't a clear enough win to say, yeah, he beat Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely a great fight for him though. He definitely surprised me, surprised everybody. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say enough to win though. But in his shoes, even though he lost, he still kind of won.
Makes sense. Do you just, I mean, obviously you don't know anything, but because I know you're not exactly cool with like Devin Haney and stuff like that. But do you think that after he fights Loma, and I know you're already on the record saying that you think he's gonna beat Loma, but do you think he's gonna just vacate the titles and move up, or do you think he's gonna hang around and try to defend his undisputed throne?
I think if he hang around, then he gonna fight Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he want to fight Shakur. I
Mm.
don't think Shakur. I think that's the only fight is worth to hang around. If you beat Lomachenko,
Wait,
I
but
would. I was in
are,
his shoes. If I fight the next biggest star, the next biggest star is Shakur Stevenson.
are you saying that he's ducking Shakur Stevenson? Like he doesn't really want to take that fight? Is that what you're really saying?
I'm saying that after he fight Lomachenko, I don't think he gonna want to fight Shakur Stevenson after that. That's what I'm saying.
That's that's an interesting take, man. Devin has always come across as a guy that wants to fight all of the big names, no matter what. Tank, Loma, Tio.
Hey,
Seems
remember, not to cut you off and nothing like that. Remember, I told you, the fans, the fans, the outsiders, they
yeah.
gonna say outsiders shit.
Mhm.
Boxers, fucking know. We
Mhm.
came up together. We know. Why we just know shit. We know shit y'all don't know. That's why we just know shit y'all don't know. Devin Haney, he don't. If he fights Shakur at 135, I would be so surprised. Like, wow, he really dropped his nuts and did it. I don't think he gonna do it though.
Do you think that? I mean, I know you're going to favor your boy Shakur no matter what, but do you think that is a really competitive fight for Shakur?
Yeah, I said that before. Like, shit, I don't take nothing away from there. One of them, hell of a fight. It's a mega fight. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I would see that fight. Everybody know I would love to see that fight. But not really just trying to talk down on him, but I also just feel like after he fight Lomachenko, after Devin Haney fight Lomachenko, he probably is tired of keep making 135. Like he's probably tired of making that shit. He
Yeah.
is big. Like he's big. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna be like he's scared, he's gonna move straight up. But he probably is like after he fight Lomachenko, that's a hell of a fight, mega fight. He probably just want to move up. He probably tired of it.
Makes a lot of sense, man. Because he's so big, because I saw a picture on the internet where he was like right next to Terrence Crawford. And I didn't even realize they like the same friggin' size, man. Do you think because of all of that size he has, it's gonna be like almost impossible for Loma to pull off that upset, man?
Yeah. And I feel like, just little stuff Lomachenko saying, after the fight, in the ring, saying like, "Oh, use a heavyweight, use a heavyweight."
Yeah.
I ain't, I ain't never hear Lomachenko say nothing like that out of his whole career. He was a monster. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't saying nothing like that. So Lomachenko probably feel the same way. He getting old and all that stuff, and But hey, it's boxing.
Does Loma look like the same guy that you kind of grew up watching? Like, damn, this guy has all these angles. He's really good, really great, whatever. Is he the same guy from that Jermaine Ortiz fight?
Nah. After all them surgeries, him just getting older, after him fighting 400 times as an amateur, I think he's definitely on a decrease right now. I
Mm,
still think he's a wonderful fighter though. Like he's still a great fighter though. He still can be a world champion.
yeah,
But him being at this bigger weight class and then trying to fight all these young guns, all these young guys that's hungry that how he was when he was coming up, just like it's just being real, it's gonna be hard for him.
gotcha. Makes a lot of sense, man. I think he's 34, about to be 35 relatively soon. I don't remember when he turns 35, but
But
I
he
know
had surgeries or something like that, right? Like two on the shoulder or something like that.
he did have a surgery right after the Loma fight. I think he had another one, if I'm not mistaken, as an amateur. If I'm not bugging, I think he went like 396 and one. So that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot on your body. So even though he long pro career, it's just his career for himself was just his long period.
For sure, man. Now, no interview would be, quite complete if I don't bring up Frank Martin, man. that's that's like your best friend at this
Frank
point.
Martin fight gonna be like the Floyd. versus Pacquiao fight. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Oh, come on, man. I don't want to go that far, man. But
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying
say,
like in terms of the hype and the build up, because god damn.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. I really want to make sure you guys are best friends, man. I like you guys together, so it'll be a great
Yeah,
fight.
I problems because I just talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got no problem with nobody for real. But what's up?
What did you think about his performance? Did it play out exactly the way you thought it was against Michelle Rivera?
Shit, hell nah, for real. I thought Rivera was gonna win, and I was on camera saying that. My
Mhm.
predictions be ass, but I thought Rivera was gonna win. Frank Martin definitely showed me something that day. I'm like, oh, okay. So you is nice. Okay. So we are really gonna fight. This fight really is gonna be a big thing down the line. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he wasn't on the PBC side or I wasn't on the top rank side, then it would be I ain't gonna say that shit. But me and Frank Martin would have been fighting.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
ain't ducking in him, obviously, and damn sure ain't no ducking in me. Like, come on now. So shoot. I think this me and Frank Martin is definitely gonna be a hell of a fight, like down that line, bro. Right down that line, that's gonna be crazy.
When you saw him against Michelle Rivera, because it was extremely one-sided. I did think Frank was gonna win, but I didn't think it was gonna be that one-sided, man. Did it kind of make your eyes kind of perk up and say, okay, I always thought I could beat him, but now I really got to turn my game up because this dude is a lot better than I even thought.
Uh, no, not really. Because honestly, he was doing a lot of the same shit that he was doing against a lot of the other opponents, and it was working a lot on Rivera. He was capitalizing on a lot of Rivera mistakes, and he was controlling the fight by that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Frank Martin didn't show me a lot differently that he actually does. Like his style is still his style. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just feel like in that fight, he was just capitalizing on a lot of Rivera mistakes, and he was making them pay for it. And the only thing I can really take from that fight is okay, you're smarter than what I thought you was. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Your physical attributes and your skills, none of that, blindsided me from that fight. But I
Okay.
was like, okay, you actually a little smarter than what I thought you was. Okay, but it's that's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? I got IQ. I'm smart. I'm not worried about nothing like that. So nothing really blindsided me. I just didn't think he was as smart. Like his IQ wasn't there for real. I thought his IQ wasn't there.
Mm. I guess that's the guy where you kind of look at it because I'm never gonna bring up Shakur to you. You guys are like brothers. I've seen you guys together all the time. So I'm never gonna like try to insinuate, oh, you got your fight. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm saying
Right.
like is Frank Martin that guy where you're just like, he's gonna be that super mega fight for me down the line. I just want him to keep winning. I keep winning. And that could be like my really big fight, man.
Yeah, it's definitely that. And nowadays, what people gotta realize in this generation, we got so much talent in this generation, bro.
Mhm.
Who cares if somebody loses? Like,
Mhm.
who cares? Like, it's too much talent for everybody to be undefeated. People
Right.
is gonna start running out of opponents.
Yeah.
But I think Shakur, Devin, me, Frank, Rivera, like the list goes on. We got young guys, Vargas coming up in top rank. Like, bro, this 135 division is really crazy. Somebody gonna have to fight somebody.
Yeah, for
I'm gonna
sure.
be the one willing to call motherfuckers out. You're scared. Fight me. What's up? Because I don't care, bro. I just want to fight. And I want to put on big fights. I want to fight names. I want to fight people that's worth me doing a 2 month training camp for. You
Mhm.
know, I don't care, bro. I don't care about none of that shit. You ask my Olympic friends, I'm one of the ones, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all better ask about me. Fans that's watching, y'all better ask about me.
You know, Key, I would almost agree with you with the Frank Martin thing. I think when you guys do eventually fight, I think it is going to be a really big fight. But me personally, I think your mega fight is going to be what's his name, Andy Cruz. I think that's going to be your mega fight, man. And you making
So
that
many questions, but
you
it's
making that face, man. But he's really good, man. He's really good.
too many questions with Andy right now, bro. We don't know what this nigga at, but he's supposed to be in America. We don't know how good he's gonna be professionally. Like, bro, I would like for real, like, bro, come on, bro. We don't. It's too many unanswered questions with this dude. It potentially, yes, like yes, it could be a mega fight, but we don't know how good this man is for real.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Him,
I'll give
like,
you
he
that.
can get in the ring that pro debut and do the same thing Robisi did. Lost his first pro, and then after as soon as he do that, we not gonna hear nothing about any Cruz no more.
I don't know if I would go that far because Robisi has bounced back and he looks terrific now. He looks
Okay,
great.
but here, do you hear Robisi and Shakur try to hype anything up?
Mm. I mean, they are also in two different weight classes as well. You know,
But come on, bro. If that fight was really, come on, bro. Them guys was one weight class apart for years.
you're right. Come on, man. I gotta be politically correct, but you're right though. But you're right though, man. I give you that one, man.
Hey, okay, but at the same time, we got a gold medalist and a silver medalist. Who looks better? Who just look? Who's outshining who? At the end of the day, like it speaks for itself.
Fair enough, man.